Alright, what is up everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we're here with another episode of Everyday Evals. It's been a while since we've done one, but I'm really excited for this one. Today, we're talking about Peyton Watson. He has been one of the biggest breakout players over the past couple weeks. He's really showing his stuff. I want to talk about how good he has been and why he's become a gem now for the Denver Nuggets here in today's video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn on notifications, doing all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Links to my Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff down in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So, we're talking about Payne Watson today. First, we're going to get into the film breakdown. I took some clips from a couple games to show just how Payne Watson has been playing and how he's been improved so much. And then we're going to go into the numbers that back up the play. But yeah, he's been a guy that has been around for the Nuggets for a couple years, obviously. He's been in the rotation. Now he's getting a full opportunity. He's also up for a contract. You know, he didn't get a rookie extension. And I think that's been playing a big factor into him having a big season. And I think he's proving that he deserves money. He's definitely making himself a lot of money right now. And with the Nuggets, especially with Nikola Jokic out, you know, he has been like one of the key glue guys to this team on why the Nuggets have been so good without Jokic and why they have a winning record and been winning games without him. And a lot of it is Payne Watson, what he's doing on both sides of the ball. You know, he's just been super, super phenomenal there. And it's really nice to see Payne Watson, a guy that I think a lot of people have seen and shown like, okay, he's got some potential. You know, like Paul George had a clip a couple years ago talking about Payne Watson. He's going to be the guy. And, you know, there's the story about him working with Kevin Durant and all that stuff. And now it's finally coming to fruition a little bit. And we're seeing the glimpses of how good Payne Watson can be in this league. So, yeah, first, let's get into the film breakdown. All right, so I took a couple clips from his last few games showing just the things that he's been doing and working on and how good he's been. So, first, we're going to start with the drives. Um, how he's been doing on drive. So first play right here, send up the play, get the ball top of the key, looking for something, find Jamal. Okay. There's a lot of off ball, you know, find Watson. Watson, drive, 1, 2, layup, goes. So he's been very good on drive. So kick it out to him. Instead of taking this three and settling for a 3-pointer, he's like, you know what? Nah. He sees, you know, I got space right here. I got Terrence Mann on me, a smaller defender. I'm going to attack. He attacks, use the body, goes 1, 2, bring it over here, and with the length as well. Like he's a long guy. Put it up, floater, bang, goes. Next one, coast to coast. Give me the rebound. We're gone. Run in, transition, run in. Look, no one in the paint. Okay. Go up, and one. Off the glass. Like, just, he's got this ability a little bit right here. So we get the pick, get the rebound. We're gone. Look up, we see, okay, who's their big man? Daron Sharp. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to beat him to the spot. You got Jemin, Clowney. They're all trying to guard the perimeter guys, and we got a paint wide open. Because Terrence Mann has to pick between who am I going to guard. I'm going to guard Pickett. I'm going to guard Payne Watson. He kind of gets caught in the middle. Watson sees a lane. He's like, okay, I'm going. Man actually does a good job of staying in front of him and not letting him get a free drive. But Watson makes a great move, adjusts. Says, all right, I'm going to go to the other side. Go up, take the contact, high off the glass, and one. Let's go. Next one. Moving off a screen. Pump fake, got him. Drive to the basket. Little maneuver right there for the bucket. So, right here. Comes off the screen. Instead of taking the three, he lets Dyson Daniels, a really good defender, by the way, obviously. Pump fake. I got some space. I'm going. He sees I got another guy in Jalen Johnson. I got to pick up the ball. I got some space right here. You know, because Keane Wallace has to guard Bruce Brown in the corner. I'm going to go to the spot that they're not at. Nice finish. Next one. Another coast to coast. Give me the ball. We're gone. 1-on-1. Euro float. He loves that little shot right there. A little Euro step float. So we're in transition. Go coast to coast. Coming down, let's see, where's the big man? Big man's got to guard Christian Brown because Dyson Daniels is late getting back. Alexander Walker's kind of in the middle of the paint, kind of not really doing much. He's just kind of here. Jalen Johnson got his Ignaji. Payne Watson sees no one's in the paint right now. Let me get there. I got a smaller defender on me too. So I'm just going to go. Little, again, Euro step. Go up, over, you know, use my length to my advantage. Floater game. Next one. Little movement, off ball screen, hand off, come off. Got the big man on me, 1-on-1. Ooh, break him down. Floater game, bang, Come on, man. So come off the screen. Now we have our big man on it. So pull him out a little bit. It looks, they think we're gonna go all the way to the perimeter or whatever, but he makes a quick move because he sees I get him right here. I got this space right here at the free throw line, and I know I can hit that floater. So I'm just bang. Look at that ankle breaker, floater, gang. That's tough. That's a tough move. Next play right here, we got the pick and roll with Tim Hardaway. 1-on-1 Gay, attack him, spin, 1-2, take the contact, and one. Look at that play right there. Look at that finish. So we're driving. We got the big on me. I know. Set the screen. I can get past him. Gay actually does a good job with sliding over, not letting him get a free lane. So he says, okay, now I'm going to spin to the other side because, I got this space. I know it. Spin, 1-2, take the contact, and one. What a finish right there. Next one. Little action. Trying to get probably Tim Hardaway off the screen, but I said, give me me 1-on-1. Got a smaller defender on me. Cross. Body into him. Floater, man. It's a floater game. Who says only guards need a floater game? Wings can have a floater game too. So 1-on-1, spaced out. See, again, right here, this spot, he's hot. He knows he can get to that spot. So just cross over, put the body into him, the strength, go for the floater. He doesn't even get a contest off. Next one. In transition, Daniel another coast to coast. Look at that maneuver and one. So we're coming up. They don't know who's guarding who. Even Missy's just top of the key, doing whatever. Zion kind of has Aaron Gordon. Jordan Poole's kind of here. Like, they just don't know what they're doing defensively. Like, Yves Missy's just kind of standing here at the logo, doing nothing. And he sees the big man's out the paint. There's no one in the paint. I'm going to the rim. Going to the rim. Contest. And one. Next one, top of the key, 1-on-1. Nope. Off a screen. Drive to the basket. Take the contact. Floater game, man. The floater game. He's got it. He's really developed the floater game. So come off the screen, Jordan Poole 1-on-1. Not a great defender on me, smaller defender on me. I'm going at him. Use the body bump, spin around, get to my spot right here. I know I can hit that floater whenever I want to. Next one. Give me a 1-on-1. Little jab step, get to the basket, contact. Give me that. So let's go a little jab step right there. Because they think Payne Watson's not going to go 1-on-1 on me. Jab step, how much the jab step gets Troy Murphy right here. And he has a free lane. Get to the rim. Shield, take the contact. Go up, get that layup. So drives, he can do that. The little floater game he's got, he's really developed that. The three-pointers, that's also been a big difference in his game. Payne Watson before has never really been like a great, people don't really respect him a lot from three. Now they're going to have to start respecting him. So this one, just great ball movement by the team. Gordon to Hardaway, Payne 1-on-1, corner three. Like, look at the non-hesitation. Get it? Doesn't even think about it. Doesn't even think about potential pump fake, drive to the rim or whatever. Like, and it's not even a late shot clock, so he has time. He just says, nope, this is my shot right here. Bang, all net. Next one, in transition, Murray, go ahead pass, catch, one step, bang. Again, no hesitation. He could have maybe thought about pump faking, driving to the rim, no one's in the paint or whatever. Instead, he says, nope, give me that 1-2 step, pull up, three, bang. In transition too. That's not an easy shot. Next one. One ball movement, a little action. Murray with a great find. Cross court. Look how wide open he is. Because again, people don't really look at. No one's even in his vicinity. No one's in his vicinity. He's like, okay, I'm gonna make a pay then. Next one. Off the screen. Murray, Gordon, top of the key, pump fake, one dribble, reset. Bang. That's a real shooter right there. Look at gets Simon's on the pump fake. Instead of driving to the rim and maybe drive kick or something happens, he says, nope, this is my shot. I've already hit a couple in this game. One dribble reset. Bang. Three. Next one. Top of the key, trying to figure something out. Run the play. Give it to Najee. Najee, hand off to Murray. That's a great set right here. Little back screen. Bounce pass. Bang. That's not easy too to hit off a bounce pass. Because the ball is usually not really centered. Like, he's got to catch and fire and he hits it. This next one, oh, this one is a crazy one kind of. So this one, possession going nowhere. Jalen Pickett trying to find something, kicks it out. Tyson says, here, Payne, you got it. One dribble. That's just, that's not what Payne Watson does normally, but man, that was one I was just like, damn. Look at that. 4 in the shot clock. He just kind of says, okay, got to pull it up. Bang. just shows how confident he's been this year. So the 3-point shot really been a big development, you know. And the mid range has also been a big development. This is one of the big keys as to why Payne Watson is hooping right now. The mid range game he's got right now is ridiculous. So let's watch. So this one, I know it's at the end of the game, whatever, but hey, bucket's a bucket. Little against his former teammate. So this one come off the screen, 1-on-1. Again, look at the time and score. Mike Porter's not really trying defensively, but still, hey, it's a bucket. You know, 1-on-1, little free throw line jumper, rolls in. You know, we're gonna work on our game still, you know? Next one, 1-on-1. The screen from Najee. Get to the basket, little push, pull up in. That's where he likes to shoot the floaters too. That spot right here is hot. So he comes down, little body bump, and look how much space he's created, especially with the length he has. That's just easy jumper, easy bucket. Next one, 1-on-1, top of the key with Jalen Johnson, cross. Aaron Gordon uses a little pick, come off the screen, off the glass. So this one, 1-on-1, he just drives past Jalen Johnson. You know, little Aaron Gordon sets a nice little pick screen right here to where Dyson Daniels kind of has to make a decision. Off the glass, bang, easy one. Next one, he's like, hey, clear out, clear out, clear out. 1-on-1 with Zeke, 1-on-1. Okay, little action right here. Hand off, give it back, pump fake, one dribble pull up. Bang, one dribble pull up, man. It's not dead. Look at that. Look how much screen Derek, look how much space Derek Queen gives him. He said, okay, you're going to give me that space? Okay. I can hit that. I can hit that shot. I don't know what you're thinking. Next one, 1-on-1. Trying to figure something out. Okay, give me the switch. One dribble pull up. Okay. You're not going to guard me out here? You're still not going to guard me out here? Look how much space I got. Okay. I can hit it then. All right, cool. The next one. This is a close one. Tie game. Late. Under a minute left. Watson doesn't take the three. Instead, spin move. Midi. Bang. Look at that. Is that the best shot? Maybe not, but hey, it goes in, so who cares? So Jamal Murray's actually passing and Peyton Watson here to shoot the three. You can see Jamal Murray's reaction. He's like, bro, shoot the three. What are you doing? Shoot it. It's 4 on the shot clock. Peyton Watson says, nah, I got you, Jamal. He's going to go at Derek Queen. Looks like he has a little bit of room right here, but instead he's like, you know what? Nah. I'm going to spin because I know if I spin and turn, he's not going to get a contest up. I'm too big. That's a tough shot to take, especially in that situation. That's a really tough shot to take. His passing also been good too. He's not an elite passer or anything like that, but you've seen a little bit of a stride here with some of his passes and some of the plays he's making. So this one, get to the basket. Look at that kick out to avoid an offensive foul. Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3. So Aaron Gordon pushes down Hugo right here. So Anthony Thomas has to step up. So Payne Watson has a free lane to the basket. And before this probably would have been a tried poster attempt, maybe an offensive foul charge. I don't know, because Luka Garza, look, he gets in there to take it. And instead he says, oh, okay, well, I'm going to get an offensive foul if I go. Looks around, sees, okay, I got Tim. I got Tim over there. Looks over, he says, okay, if I make the pass to Bruce Brown in the corner, Jaylen Brown's probably going to intercept it. Can I make the pass to Jamal Murray? I don't know. So we'll go for the middle, go for Tim, because no one's even in his vicinity. So just great pass. Tim gets it, and obviously professional shooter. Bang. This next one, drive to the basket, the double coming, nice find in the corner, Zeke Naji 3, bang. This was a great one. So Tim Hardaway says a little slip screen. You know, Payne Watson knows I can beat Sam Hauser in a foot race. So go to the rim. He sees Kata coming over, and instead of trying to go for an and one or try to go for anything, he says, okay, I got a shooter in the corner. Just under the basket, bang, shooter in the corner. Love that. Next one. I think this was probably a set design play. First game play of the game. Look at that pass. Oh, to Holmes. Holmes. Shoot it. Bang. I think this was a design play by Denver to start the game with. But still, I mean, he makes the pass really good. So it's Payne Watson. Pick and roll with Holmes. Brown sets a little bit of a slip so that Holmes can double. They also double Payne Watson for some reason on this. I don't know what they were thinking here. They forget about Deron Holmes at the top of the key. Holmes gets it. Takes the 3. Bang. Great pass. Next one. Watson. Drive. Euro. Find Pickett on the wing. Bang for 3. Love this one right here. So Watson got Dyson Daniels 1-on-1. He could just put his head down, go to the basket, try to do something. But instead, he goes to the basket. Dyson Daniels recovers really quickly. So he's like, okay, I got a Euro. Looks around, sees the keel is down here. Guarding Holmes because he thinks he's going to dump it down to Holmes for a dunk or whatever because Okongwu also has to worry about him. They leave Pickett wide open. 1-1. He makes the pass. Pickett for 3. Bang. Love that. Next one. Little two-man game with Zeke Naji. They do this a little bit. I've seen a couple plays where they like the Zeke Naji, Payne Watson two-man game. Handoff, pick, simple. That's just such a simple play. Such a simple play, but it works. And instead of him, like, look, he didn't even think about it. He knew as soon as he come off Mo Gates here, I'm making the pass. Didn't even think about potentially going one-on-one, potentially trying to do it. He said, nope, I'm making the pass right here. Bounce pass, drop off. Love that. Two-man game. This next one. Drive, simple pass. It's not anything crazy. It's just he's making the simple plays. Look at it. Set the screen here. They're in this kind of a zone-ish zone man with PV, with Murray and everyone else in his zone. He comes off the screen. Jordan Hawkins comes over. He says, okay, I can't drive here, so hey, I'm going to pass it to my shooter, Tim. It's him, obviously, He's not afraid to put that ball up. This next one, I like this one a lot, actually. Pick and roll, goes one-on-one with Missy, tries to go one-on-one, doesn't. Spin, spin, spin. Okay, Jalen, you got it. Just using using himself as a decoy, kind of. So he's driving to the paint, tries to go one-on-one with Ease Missy, but he also knows, okay, Zion's over here, Jalen Pickett's wide open. They're not even guarding him on that side. He tries to go. He's not gonna get the footwork or not gonna get the speed to get there. So he's like, okay, gotta spin back around, spin back around. He notices, okay, Zion's down here with Najee. I got our guy Pickett wide open. Zion's probably not gonna be out there to contest. So he goes, catch him sleeping, bang, three. Just making the simple passes, not doing too much, not out here like the Tyrese Halliburton or whatever. Just making the simple passes, and that for a young player is takes strides. You can tell he's been learning. He's been learning the offense. Working on his game. Making the simple passes, making the plays for his teammates. You love that. And then obviously we know he can do defensively. The stocks right here. This is gonna be a very fun tape for the stocks. This first one, he gets beat actually by Cam Thomas. He comes over, recovers, and even after the play, he says, "No, you're not getting that still." So unfortunately, it kind of messed up a little bit here. But Cam Thomas, because you think it's going to be a pick and roll with Danny Wolf, switch or whatever, he actually gets beat on this. You can see right here, he gets beat on the play by Cam Thomas. But Jamal Murray actually does a really good job of standing here, kind of like the LeBron J.R. Smith with LeBron block. LeBron said, "JR, just stay in front of him. Stay in front of him and slow him down by just half a second, and I'm going to get there." And Jamal Murray does that. He puts his hand up, stops it for half a second, and that gives enough time for Payne Watson to say, "Give me that." And then after the play, he says, "No, give me that still. Like we're not doing that still." Just great defense. This one-on-one with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown coming down in transition, one-on-one, stops him. Give me that. Cookies. That's just incredible, right there. Incredible defense. So one-on-one with one of the best one-on-one players in the league, Jaylen Brown. By the way, one-on-one. Look, he beats him to his spot and has enough wherewithal to put his hand in the cookie jar and say, "Give me that." And then even dives on the floor and says, "No, this is mine. I don't know what you're thinking. This is my steal." That's great defensive play. This one, he's down here battling with Derek White. Jaylen Brown comes over. He says, "No, give me that. I'll take that. Thank you." So this one, he's down here wrestling with Derek White. Derek White's trying to put him off a little bit so that Jaylen Brown can have a wide open, clear dunk basically to the rim. Kidda sets the screen. White sets a little down screen so that Holmes can get there, but Payne Watson's like, "Nope. Do you not know who I am? I can block shots too. They call me Peyton Watson for a reason." Comes down, look, he gets there, right there perfectly. Give me that. No foul. This next one-on-one with Payne Pritchard. Stops Pritchard from going one-on-one, finds the cutter, and says no. That's an insane defensive rep, by the way. So one-on-one with Payne Pritchard, who's actually another pretty good isolation player. Watson says, "Okay, I got it. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here." Pritchard tries to kind of maybe do a euro. Payne Watson's like, "No, I'm right here." Jordan Walsh cuts because Jamal Murray falls asleep because he's watching Payne Watson. Like, "Oh, whoa, this dude's locking up." Jordan Walsh cuts, smart play because he falls asleep. He finds Walsh and look at Watson. As soon as he sees Walsh right here, he doesn't even hesitate. He's like, "Okay, got a guard. Go up. Give me that." Like that's an insane defensive rep, bro. Like that just shows how great of a defender he is. This next one, he's off the ball, guarding Jalen Johnson in the corner, trying to set a down screen for him to get an easy pot in the post. He says, "Nope, I'll take that." So he sees it coming, body, 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 and then just picks his perfect moment right there. Boom, give me that steal. We're out. Next one, they try to set a little back cut. Nope, give me that again. We're not doing that. You're not getting this. So they try to lull him. Jalen Johnson, lull him a little bit. He says back cut. Payne Watson reacts right away. Doesn't even think. Reacts right away. Puts his hand out because he knows I have the length. Now you're not gonna get passes by me. This next one. So Nikhil, top of the key, trying to set up something. Keen Wall's backdoor cut. Payne Watson noticed it. He's like, oh, my defender's not there. Okay, so it's going to be a back cut. Look at that. He just give me that like a receiver, like a not even like a DB, like a corner. Just receives. Okay, that's where he's going to be. I'm going to beat him to the spot. Give me that. And stays 2 feet in bounds. Interception. Great. This is the last play right here, I think. Right? Yeah, last play. So this one, offense, he's trying to figure something out. Turns the ball over. Turns over. Dang. Down transition. But okay. I want to make it back. Give me that. What are we doing? So I love this. He turns the ball over and says, dang, okay, turn the ball over. Usually players kind of be like, turn the ball over, whatever. Then he sees, okay, I have an opportunity here to get it back. Jalen Johnson, Hunter Tyson slows down Jalen Johnson. Euro, give me that. Chase down. Love that play. Oh, sorry, this is the last one. Oh yeah, this one. So switch now on Missy. They set a little screen. Now he's on Zion. Now he guards Missy. Give me that. He guards 3 people on that position and ends up getting the block. So he's guarding Peyton, Jordan Poole one-on-one at first. Missy sets the screen. They switch. Even though it looked like he didn't even want to, but he had to. And then they set the play where Missy, Zion comes off the Missy kind of not even really screen. Missy just being there. And Najee and Watson have to be like kind of there. And Payne Watson just is there. And he's like, okay, now I have to guard Zion, I guess. Okay. So now there's a second person guarded. He stops Zion from getting past him. Najee comes over. Zion makes the right play past to Missy. And then Payne Watson's like, okay, nope, give me that. Got 3 people in the same possession and got the block. So he's just showing right now he's doing so many things. He drives, he can hit from mid range, hit from 3, making good passes defensively. Like he's doing it all out there, all around game. And it's a really fun tape. And yeah, just showing how good he actually is. Now let's dive into the numbers. Now diving into the numbers. Over the last 12 games that Jokic has missed, he's averaging over 22 points per game, 6 rebounds, almost 3 assists, a steal and a block on 49, 42, 71 shooting splits. He's taking 16 shots per game, over 5 threes per game, and almost 6 free throws per game. So obviously he's had the opportunity. And he's making it count. I mean, 22 points per game. I mean, look at some of the games he's had. He's had 20 points in 8 of these 12 games, 24, 21, 23, 24, 30, 25, 19, 31, 18, 21, 11, 18. So he's getting buckets, 2 30-point games, couple 25-point games, shooting the ball, really good efficiency. I mean, 49% from the field, 42% from 3 on that many attempts is pretty nice. He's also getting to the free throw line a lot as well. So just being aggressive, doing his thing. Some of the other numbers, 124.4 offensive rating, which is by far his career high. He's averaging 2 points off turnovers, 1.3 second chance points, almost 2.5 fast break points, 6.5 points in the paint. So everywhere he's getting done, whether it's off turnovers, fast break in the paint, second chance he's doing it. Look at how his points are kind of evened out. 52.8% of his points are 2-pointers, which is a career low for him, actually. So he's expanding his game a lot more. 6.5% of his points come from the mid range, which is a career high. So he's getting a lot more mid range. 29.6% of his points come from 3, which is a career high. 17.2% of his points come from fast break, which is a career low. 17.6% of his points come from the free throw line, which is a career high. 14.1% of his points come off turnovers, which is a career low. And 46% of his points come off the paint, which is a career low. So his career highs are mid-range, 3-pointers, and free throws. He's getting more of those. He's getting less of fast break points, points off turnovers, points in the paint. Before, he was more of a guy that was just, he would score off of something happening. So again, in transition, give me a point, I'm going to dunk it. The fast break off a turnover, again on transition, I'm going to get a layup or a dunk or a corner 3. Or even in the paint, I'm just going to cut and get a dunk. That's where more of his points come from. Now he's expanding his game for now he can hit from mid range. He's consistently hitting from 3. He's getting to the free throw line a lot more. So he's making things that happen more on his own, more than just a play has to happen to where I can get a point. Instead, now I could just go get my own. That's really been a difference. And looking at B-Ball Index, his player profile, which if you don't know what B-Ball Index player profile is, highly suggest it. You have to pay, but it gives you a lot of data, and it really backs up what I was saying and backs up the footage and everything. So overall, his overall shooting talent, how good he is as a shooter, basically overall, he's in the 67th percentile, which is a B. Last year, he's in the 10th percentile, which is an F. He was 554 out of 569 players in shooting. So he went from being one of the 15 worst shooters in the league to now being a B, which is respectable. Like, pretty good. So his shooting has just taken a big jump. He's really improving his game. His true shooting percentage right now is in the 71 percentile, which is a B. Last year he's in the 49th percentile, which is a C. And the numbers he now shoots 60.5% true shooting. Last year he's 56%. So he went from being an average guy's true shooting to now being good. Finishing talent, for some reason, he's still not a great finisher in terms of the numbers, even though I showed some drives and stuff that were finishing. But finishing at the rim specifically is not one of his talents. He's only in the 30th percentile, which is a D. Last year, he was in the 10th percentile, which is the F. So he went from being a really bad finisher to now being just a bad finisher. So got to get that worked up. Even though his rim shot creation is still not great either. This year, 21st percentile D minus. Last year, 9th percentile F. So doesn't create a whole bunch of shots at the rim either. You know, but this is where it really gets good. One-on-one shooting talent. How good he is shooting when he goes one-on-one. 81 percentile, which is an A minus. Last year, 53 percentile C. So he went from being average one-on-one to now being pretty good shooting one-on-one. That's been a big jump he's taken. The mid-range talent. He's in the 72 percentile, which is a B. Last year, he was in the 5 percentile, which is an F. He went from being a horrible mid-range shooter to now being a good mid-range shooter. I mean, going from an F to a B, that's pretty good mid range. That's really been big. And the floater, you saw, he loves the floater game. He's in the 82 percentile when it comes to floater talent, which is an A minus. Last year, 31 percentile D. So he went from basically being horrible at floaters to now being good at floaters in just a year, from D to an A minus. That floater game, who says it's just for guards? Wings can do it too. You saw it in the tape. He loves getting to that little free throw line floater. He loves that. And then the 3-point shooting obviously has taken a big jump as well. 3-point shooting talent right now he's in the 65 percentile, which is a B minus. Last year the 24 percentile, which is a D minus. So he went from being a bad 3-point shooter to now being a respectable 3-point shooter. That's a huge difference. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot 3-point talent. He's in the 70th percentile, which is a B. Last year 38 percentile, D plus. So last year D plus, not a good 3-point shooter, catch and shoot, to now being a respectable 70 percentile B. And then the percentages, he's in the 80th percentile in catch and shoot 3-point shooting percentage, which is an A minus. Last year, 55 percentile C plus. He went from shooting 35% of catch and shoot threes last year to 44% this year. So he went from being an average catch and shoot 3-point shooter to a really good catch and shoot 3-point shooter. So that's obviously going to make you a lot of money. If you can catch and shoot threes at a good rate, you're going to play a long time in the league, and Peyton Watson has done that, while also adding the mid-range game, the floater talent, the one-on-one shooting. He's just really taking a big jump everywhere in terms of his offensive shooting, and then movement as well. Movement points per 75 is in the 91 percentile, which is A. Last year, 76 percentile B plus. So he's always been a good movement off ball. Last year he was pretty good. Now he's really good. Movement off ball, he's really good. So big jumps in terms of mid-range, floater, 3-point shooting, catch and shoot. He's been great there. Offensively, he's taken a huge step. And then defensively, don't forget, he's also one of the better players defensively in the league, too. They have tier players on B-Ball Index, like what tier, like guarding tier 1 players are like the elite, then it's tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. In terms of who Peyton Watson guards, he's guarding tier 2 players, 97 percentile, which is A+, 17th out of 513. He's also guarding tier 1 players at an 92 percentile, which is an A. So basically what that means is when teams he's playing, he's guarding the guy. When he plays OKC, he's guarding Shea and J-Dub. When he plays the Lakers, he's guarding Luka and LeBron and Austin Reeves. When he plays the Rockets, he's guarding Kevin Durant. Basically that means he's guarding the best players on the team, most likely. Tier 1 and tier 2 players. So basically stars. He's guarding them. So obviously when you're guarding stars, you're going to get burnt a lot. But then you look at the numbers. Perimeter isolation defense, they have him graded at 95 percentile, which is an A+, 28th out of 513 players. So basically, he's one of the top 30 best perimeter isolation defenders in the league. And when you take into account, he's guarding, again, tier 2 and tier 1 players at 90%. Basically, he's mainly guarding star players. For him to be 95 percentile A+ in terms of isolation defense is, insane. That's just nuts. That's all defensive type numbers. On ball screen navigation, he's in the 91st percentile, which is an A. So ball screens, navigating those, he's really good at it. Off ball chaser defense, he's in the 98th percentile, which is an A+. He's ranked 11th out of 500 players. So off ball, chasing shooters and all that stuff, he's one of the best in the league at that. Even good interior rim protection. He's in the 72 percentile, which is a B. Rim deterrence, 74 percentile, B plus. Block rate on contest, 84 percentile, A minus. So basically, he's a really good defender. Really good defender, basically. Isolation defense, got it. Ball screen navigation, got it. Off ball chaser, elite. Rim protecting, really good. Add that with the offensive game. This is like, who wouldn't want a player like this? A guy that is going to be really good one on one, really good in the mid range, hit the floater, really good 3-point shooting, score really good off ball, and also can guard some of the best players in the league too at a good rate, and can hold his own in the interior as well, block shots, and can chase off ball with the best of them. That's an elite player right there, right? Like, who would not want to have a player like that? So Payne Watson is just like blown up and is showing just how valuable and how good he is. And he's still only 23 years old. He's still only 23 years old. It's just incredible what Payne Watson has really done this year. He's taken a huge step. It's been so fun to watch. And I mean, it's going to be a real conversation for Denver on keeping him. You know, like he's going to head into restricted free agency this year with the Nuggets already being a team that has a lot of money tied into Jokic and Murray and Aaron Gordon. Just gave Christian Brown 100 million. The reason why they traded away Michael Porter Jr. is because they had so much salary that they had to get rid of somebody. And now the way Payne Watson is playing, if he continues to play like this, he's going to warrant a lot of money this summer. And some teams are definitely going to want to give him a lot of money. So Denver's going to be in a real tough predicament of like, what do we do? Do we pay Payne Watson the money? Do we trade away a guy like Christian Brown? Do we go into the second apron? Do we have to do a sign and trade? Like, what do we do here? It's going to be very tough. But Payton, keep playing your game. Go get that money this offseason, you know? And yeah, man, it's just going to be really interesting to see what he becomes in this league. Because again, he came into the league the first couple years, he was just more of a energy defensive guy coming off the bench. You know, come off the bench and just block a couple shots, bring energy, have a big dunk or two, and it's like, oh shoot, here we go. Now he's legitimately becoming a really good two-way wing in the league that can, you know, get buckets on offense and guard some of the best players defensively. Like he's becoming such a valuable piece in the league, and it's going to be very interesting to see what Denver does this offseason with him and how much he continues to grow in the league. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, and turning on notifications, doing all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.